Well, good morning. It is Thursday morning, October 10th, and we spent the night praying for the best from Hurricane Milton, and we were spared. I haven't gone outside yet, but everything seems good. We had a few tree limbs come down, but nothing big. I didn't hear anything hit the house, and we didn't even lose electricity, so that's good news. I mostly want to thank you for your concern. So many of you sent messages one way or another through the Papa Paints Facebook, through the Papa Paints channel. Some of you have Robin's information and my information, and the thoughts and well wishes and instant messages, all wishing us well and including us in your prayers, were so welcome. Thank you so much. So our friend, if you saw the live video that we did yesterday, our friend Doug, who has Down syndrome, who is 64 years old. I know that's not old, right? That's younger than me. But I've known Doug since 1972. And he lives in a group home. And the group home had to be evacuated. So the lady who runs the group home called me a couple of days ago and asked me if Doug could spend the night here, because we're the closest thing he has to family in the area. So he did. He spent the night. He's still sleeping. He's behind that wall, actually, on a cot. Yeah, he's comfortable too, man. He makes a cot look comfortable. I don't sleep that well on that cot, but he's not as big as me. So, but anyway, your well wishes meant everything to us. We have truly developed. We have the Papa Paints channel now for 1 year. By the way, we passed 10,000. So now I'm going to look and see how I hook up with St. Jude, because we were told somewhere along the way by another YouTuber that once you reach 10,000, you can contribute to a charity of your choice. So St. Jude is the one we will pick, the one we have picked. I just haven't done whatever I need to do to hook up. Or maybe you have to have 10,000 for a while, and then maybe they'll invite us. I don't know how that works, but so this is just a short video this morning, thanking you for your prayers. Everybody did not do well in our area. I don't know what may have happened in my town, but it says in the news here, I'm looking at some of the news pieces. Hurricane Milton made landfall last night at 8:30 p.m. We were up, we were watching it. It was windy, and it was rainy, and it was scary. And then it left, it crossed the state, it entered on the Gulf Coast on the west side, and left the state on the Atlantic side on the east coast. And it took about, it got offshore about 3 o'clock. Probably caused some storm surges on both coasts, which is unusual. But this one crossed the state, so that's why. Let's see. Landfall at 8:30. I thought I saw something that it had Hurricane Milton leaves trail of destruction in March across Florida. Oh, wow. Hurricane Milton brings damaging winds as Category 2 storm. I'm reading the headlines here. I thought I saw a number of people without electricity. Downpours, flooding. Oh, wow. These are news stories too. Let me see if I can go to the news on my computer here. Let's see. Hurricane Milton made landfall near Siesta Key as a dangerous Category 3 storm and weakened to a Category 1 as it cut through the state. Milton has dropped about 16 inches of rain in St. Petersburg. Wow. That's a 1 in 1,000 year rainfall. 1,000-year flood, that's what they're calling it. Wow. I think there were 20,000 people in our county that were without electricity. There were like 200,000 people in Tampa, in the Tampa area, that were without electricity, and across the state. And some of them went through Hurricane Helene, as we did, but we were spared by Hurricane Helene. And I will say, Robin and I personally were spared by Hurricane Milton, although I don't know about our town. I haven't gone out, I haven't heard anything, so that will be part of what we do this morning. But anyway, I don't want to take up too much of your time because I don't have any art to show you. The art I did yesterday, I want to say with Robin and Doug, I did this painting. You can tell, I know you're all artists, so you know how that's done. That's really a simple process. I think the challenge yesterday, truthfully, was trying to keep ourselves distracted from the storm. Doug was here, and like I said, Doug's got Down syndrome, and he is an amazing guy, really, truthfully. But he was scared, and so we kind of made it fun for him. And so I was an activities director, sort of. I told him, Doug, we're going to do some art, and we're going to be live on YouTube. And his eyes brightened up. Oh man, he couldn't wait to be live on YouTube. So if you watch the live video, I'm working the camera very poorly, by the way. I wasn't doing a good job as a cameraman, but we were having fun. You can't even tell, I don't think, in the video, you can't even tell that there's a storm outside, but because at that time when we did that video, there wasn't much of a storm. It all happened about 5 hours later. But thankfully, everything's good. Thank you so much for your prayers and your kind words and your encouragement. And we do have a community here. So for those of you who are damaged really badly by this storm or by Helene, I know we have friends up in North Carolina that are still digging out. In fact, this week, what's today, Thursday? So I think Saturday was when we're leaving. Saturday is when we're leaving for Gatlinburg. So we'll be sort of up in that area. Not directly, but we'll pass through some of those areas. So, and our church has donated a bunch of stuff. I know local churches here, even though we're 600 miles away or whatever, they were gathering supplies. And it's very encouraging to know that the people themselves don't wait for the government. And I'm not picking on the government. I'm just, for whatever reason, government moves slow. Private citizens move quickly. I will never forget when we had a storm a few years ago. A lady we know who is a waitress at, Sonny's Barbecue. She called us and she asked us if we could help publicize the fact that they were raising, or they were gathering food and clothing for people that were affected by a storm that year. And we went over there, and her husband was loading up trucks, and people from all over the community were pulling into the parking lot with bags and bags of groceries and toothpaste and just hygiene supplies and everything you could think of that would make life a little easier for somebody who lost everything. And he was filling up his truck, not his pickup truck, but he had a big trailer behind his pickup truck. I mean, big trailer. And he drove it out to wherever that storm was. And Robin's brother has a tractor. He's got a little farm. And so one of the storms that knocked down a bunch of trees, he didn't drive his tractor, but he took his tractor up to the panhandle where there was a lot of damage, and he was helping, one person with one tractor helping move trees out of the roadways. And that's what I mean. The private citizens, they get together. We do. We all do. We get together and we help. And you helped us simply by showing that you cared about us and were concerned about our well-being. So thank you for that. All right, I've already talked for 10 minutes. I'm going to stop, but I just wanted to thank you. And I'll do another Papa Paints video with painting real soon, okay? All right, talk to you later. Bye.